everyone, I'm Hansi, and welcome to the Female Factor, where we explore how women work in a range of different careers. We discuss how they navigate their careers, who they look up to, and any lessons they would like to share. When I was entering the finance industry about 30 years ago, I wanted to know whether this industry would provide me with a meaningful career. I wanted to know not only the day-to-day job that I would be doing, but the bigger picture impact that my career would have. At the time, I couldn't just watch a video like this. So in the first episode, we will do a quick overview of the investment management, also called the asset management segment of the finance industry. We will meet 6 women from across Asia Pacific, introducing what they do. And then we will come back to the big picture. Let me start by explaining what the investment or asset management industry actually is. The finance industry basically facilitates capital that businesses need by getting savings from us individuals in exchange for a return. The people who sit on the side of the businesses that are selling a stake in their business are called investment or merchant bankers, or simply sell side. The people who sit on the investors who are buying the business stakes are called the investment managers or the asset managers, or simply the buy side. These asset managers offer standardized funds called managed funds or mutual funds to individual or retail investors, as well as institutional or wholesale investors. So basically, they manage our savings. There are hundreds of asset management companies that offer funds across a range of asset classes, including listed equities and debt, as well as alternatives such as real estate, infrastructure, and hedge funds. Guess how many are led or managed by women? According to the consultant Oliver Wyman, only 20% of leaders in the top 50 asset management companies are women. 1/3 of these women leaders have board seats rather than senior executive positions. The geographic distribution of the women leaders is even more uneven. Only 3% of female leaders are CEOs, according to recruiter Heidrich and Struggles, only 8% in Asia Pacific. A CFA institute also highlighted the gender gap across a range of roles within the investment industry. It also found that only 10% of CEOs were women. So we will meet some special leading ladies. Let's pay attention to what they say. Let's start with Vanessa Wang, the Asia Pacific CEO of DWS Asset Management, which is in the top 15 firms by size. By the way, I'm on their advisory board.
I head up the DWS Asia Pacific. I look after all the clients, but also looking at how we actually doing investments in Asia Pacific, which cut across the liquid real assets, the real estate investment, our passive investment, our active investment. We have a few flagship strategies from Asia. So the team Asia Pacific is both distributing our capability in Asia Pacific, but also creating investments on behalf of global investor in Asia Pacific.
Asset management companies have a range of institutional clients, which could be other asset management companies that package fund of funds. Let's meet Marie Nakamura, the CEO of Nomura Asset Management, the largest asset management company in Japan that also offers fund of funds.
I was promoted to the senior management director in April. I still look after the same department, meaning that distribute the global product or strategy in the Japanese market.
Sometimes these fund of funds are packaged by distributors, also called wealth managers, such as banks, non-bank advisory groups, as well as individual financial advisors. Our next guest is Virginia Wong, who used to do this role at HSBC Private Banking before she retired and is now a startup mentor.
My last role was with HSBC Private Banking, where I was the Asia head of funds and ETFs. So mainly mutual funds that we select best in class, and we distribute them to our clients, or we advise our clients to invest into those funds for long-term portfolio allocation, So we're there to be that gatekeeping role, as well as really we're marketing those mutual funds to our clients. So in a way, I switched from being on the sell side of fund management industry, and those sales team, to the buy side at HSBC, where I would be interviewing many of the best managers in the world and trying to bring out their special sauce and to provide their best talents to our investors.
So you were involved in researching these funds, right?
Researching, providing updates to our investors and our clients at HSBC, and bringing them new ideas from time to time. And from 2023 onwards, I've been engaged in mainly investing with some startups that are based out of Hong Kong.
Then there are institutions that pool our individual money through other products such as insurance and pension funds. These are called asset owners. They employ a lot of accountants and actuaries. Meet Eunice Lee, the head of Reinsurance Group of America in Korea. RGA is one of the largest reinsurance companies in the world.
Well, my current role is head of RGA Korea. So for who may not know RGA, it is Reinsurance Group of America. So it's an Fortune 500 company based in US. So reinsurance company is providing protection for the insurance company so that they can provide protection to the end customers. So we are providing risk management and financial solutions for insurance companies and the industry. So in RJ, there are many actuaries and also accountants. However, I'm neither an actuary nor accountants.
Depending on the type of products that they offer, these insurance companies and pension funds may have a longer term horizon and therefore invest in alternative or real assets such as real estate, infrastructure, and agriculture. Meet Somana Hannon, Senior Portfolio Manager of Real Assets at QBE Insurance, the largest insurance company in Australia.
You are heavily regulated working with an insurer. Because we're an insurer, we generally have a lower risk appetite. So for most insurers, the bulk of your investment will be in sort of less risky assets like core fixed income, and then you have an allocation to, I guess, the alternative sectors. I'm responsible for our real assets portfolio, so that's looking at property as well as infrastructure, and managing that portfolio. So any investments that we make in those sectors, my job is to ensure that it has a strategic alignment fit with the company, that it sort of is within our long-term strategic allocation, and that we're getting the best investment income possible from these investments. And these investments are really done through external managers. And it's really understanding then the external managers' processes in terms of how they're investing and how they're valuing those assets. Whether it's a new sector or a new manager, it's a constant learning of new things, the underlying drivers of the asset class, understanding what's happening in the broader macro context that impacts those asset classes and the manager.
Apart from wealth managers mentioned before, there is also a vibrant fintech industry that closely works with the asset management industry as it helps individuals help manage their money better. Meet Regina Rahim, currently the founder of a fintech startup. Before that, she was the country head of Nomura in Malaysia.
Yeah, so at the moment, I'm the founder of a startup called Wahine Capital. And what Wahine Capital does is that we are a very much a women-focused business. So we are trying to empower more people to get themselves financially sorted and organized so that they can do more with their money or and accumulate wealth, do better financial management, financial planning, estate planning. Before I left and started Wahine Capital, I was with Nomura Asset Management Malaysia for 15 years. I was the managing director and country head.
So that's an intro to the asset management industry and what these women leaders do. Now remember my question about whether I would feel if my career had been worthwhile when I looked back in 20, 30 years? I wish I had met Vanessa back then.
So, as a CEO of Asia Pacific, my day actually runs as a lot of governance. So, as a management company, the core of what we do is fiduciary responsibility. My day is full of a lot of interesting strategizing, working with the team, brainstorming, but always thinking about what's the investor's interest and how do we actually make it safe, within a remit, and how do I actually bring different laws and regulations together so then make it easier for everybody to actually invest either globally or investing locally.
That does sound fascinating. I hope you understood that the investment industry helps shape society by directing the flows of capital. It also influences how we savers achieve our goals and fund our retirements. That's a pretty influential and meaningful industry. We met some senior women across Asia Pacific from different parts of the asset management industry. They were all leading businesses or divisions. None of them actually picked stocks in their careers. So hopefully you will appreciate that finance is not just about picking stocks. In a future series, we will meet women fund managers. But for now, know that women have and can lead asset management businesses without having been fund managers. In the next episode, we will look at how they entered the industry and how they navigated their careers, how female factor played a role. I'm Hansi. See you then.